Hey man, peace, 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 peace. It's your brother JG. You did what I'm saying. The right wing neo Afrocentrist with this right wing neo Afrocentrism. You already know how we about to get into it. You already know how I rock. Man, like, subscribe, and share. And please comment. Please comment. More than anything, I really want to know you guys' feelings about this and how you brothers feel and what's your observations. You did what I'm saying. If I'm wrong, I am not above correction. I am not above advice. I'm one of the easiest brothers you can holler at and pull by the coattail. So don't feel now if you on some feminist or on some leftist shit, I'm gonna be real with you. I might get gully with you, but even if so, if you come at me a certain way, we can dialogue. But basically, man, we're gonna talk about this it's all the bag is already the cat is already out of the bag, man. With this Harriet situation. With this Harriet situation. Now, I'm not gonna do a review of the movie. Let me say this. This video is not going to be a review of the movie because I haven't seen the movie. And to be honest with you, I do want to see the movie just so I can know what Hollywood is on and have my own perspective about about the bullshit that Hollywood is putting out. But at the same time, man, I don't want to spend my hard-earned money to make this motherfucker a big box office hit than it already is, unfortunately. You did. I want to wait a little while till somebody cop it. Somebody have a watch party or a viewing. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody, one of my people have it, get it on DVD. You did what I'm saying, but I already knew what it was gonna be. I know a lot of people. You did what I'm saying was on the tip about it being. You did about the chick Cynthia Ervo who's playing Harriet. About her saying disparaging comments about African Americans, about her being British, about her being married to a white man, her personal life. I mean, that's all disqualifying, traits or whatever. But a lot of times when you see movies, the personal lives of the actors and the actresses don't always match up with the historical figure or even the fictional figure in question. That's why it's called acting. You're portraying something that you're not, who you're not. But at the same time, I ain't mad at my brothers and sisters who take people like our ancestors like Mama Harriet Tubman seriously to the point where they want the person to be a righteous representative. So I'm totally not against that, and I stand in solidarity with those brothers and sisters who feel that way. But like I say, the main thing that these people are trying to do, man, they're trying to undermine and oppose black patriarchy. And what I'm gonna get into in this video, I'm gonna just talk briefly. Like I said, I'm gonna try to cut the time down on the videos and stuff like that. But I'm gonna talk briefly about how Harriet Tubman, among other historical black females, are being used to basically shit on black men. You did what I'm saying, and to put black women in this mode that they don't need black men to be in charge. They can be in charge and they can run shit. You did what I'm saying. So that's what we're gonna get into with this video. You heard? Now that's what it's about, man. They wanna push. When you see people talk about people like Mama Harriet Tubman, Queen Nzinga, Queen Yasantewa, the Nigerian Hausa queen that people been talking about lately, Queen Amina, back on the American side was Sojourner Truth, and and even with the movie about the sisters who's a part of NASA, Hidden Figures and stuff like that. Now, I'm not trying to steal it. I ain't here, like I say, I'm African-centered, so I'm not about trying to demean the contributions of black women to black liberation and black excellence and stuff like that. But what I am saying, the society is really... But you gotta understand, man, this shit is a chess game. These people play games. It's strategy and tactics and a lot of finesse involved. When they make movies about stuff like that, what they want to show you is black women being in charge over black men. You dig what I'm saying? So in the subconscious and conscious mind of the black woman who watches these films and the black girls who watch these films, it's basically reinforced that I'm a strong black woman. I don't need a man for a bitch ass thing. That's basically what they're trying to enforce. You did what I'm saying? Even going back to the video I did about the black women who are going into African spirituality. They're trying to push up these Oshuns and Sekhmets and all these, you know, on the slide. They trying to push all these black female deities and stuff like that, these African goddesses. They want to push that shit because they want to, that's all this is doing is working to undermine the black man being the natural leader of his race, i.e. black patriarchy. You did what I'm saying? And Harriet Tubman, and this is not against Harriet Tubman. Let me put that out there. I should have said it first. This is not against Harriet Tubman. She was a sister who stood for her people, a real queen, a real warrior, a real freedom fighter. This is not against her. But at the end of the day, her image, her legacy is being pushed to shit on black men. When you look at the women who are involved, the women involved, you know, Cynthia Erivo, and of course that fucking freak Janelle Monáe, and even the goddamn director Cassie Lemons. All these women are feminists. They're homophiles, meaning they support homosexuality. They support black women sleeping with, you know, being lovers with white men and stuff like that. All things to undermine the black man. That's just true. You see, they want to show these movies with black women toting guns and going against the oppressor, or what's the word that a lot of woke folk use now? The colonizer. They want to show all that shit. You did what I'm saying, to put into the black woman's psyche that, hey, you could be doing this shit. You ain't got to depend on no black man to be your revolutionary leader, to be a revolutionary, you did what I'm saying, general. You could do all this. And what they doing, they setting up these black women for failure, because while they telling, it look like they telling the women all over the world and shit, which they are, but behind the scenes and behind the, you know what I'm saying, behind the curtains, these men of these these elite white men are gearing up to wipe us the fuck out. So they know that men, we the only threat to the shit who can destroy their ass. So they put the women, they put in their mind that these women supposed to be on the front line. You know, like I said, I made a post. I said, you know, black men think they don't want you to have Nat Turner. They sabotaged the Nat Turner movie, but they want you to ride for. They want you to be about all of Harriet Tubman. You did what I'm saying? They sabotaged Nat Turner's movie. They don't want to give you Nat Turner, but they want to give you Harriet Tubman. Now, a lot of people will say that Harriet Tubman, she was more successful than Nat Turner. Now, mind you, I'm not going to shit on Harriet Tubman. You did what I'm saying? But Harriet Tubman, she was able to do what she did because she was on the eve of the Civil War. You did what I'm saying? So she fell into this perfect storm, whereas the northern states, the Union, could use her to undermine the Confederacy or the South. You did what I'm saying? But Nat Turner, what he did, and even before him with the Haitian Revolution, what he did was he got the wheels turning. So a lot of people say, man, Nat Turner was successful, all his minions, and end up dying, and a whole bunch of black people end up being dying behind him. Well, if you really study revolution and liberation, it takes a blood sacrifice. Not that you don't know spooky shit, but it takes a blood sacrifice to get started. And Nat Turner was that necessary blood sacrifice. And then, of course, we don't even talk about John Horse with the black Seminoles and all that. You can find a gang of black men who was going against the shit and it wasn't even, and they weren't fighting in the interest of the United States against the South. They was on their own renegade black liberation shit. You did what I'm saying, and you know, so that's what they want to give you, man. They don't want to talk about that. They want to give you they want to give you these female heroes, black men, so you won't look to yourself and look to your brother, you know, to hook up as being the true leaders and liberators of the black race or the African race. But shit, we gonna go on to this this controversial scene that really done validated the issues that people was having with this film. Now, what you see here, man, has really, has really caused a storm. You did what I'm saying? It really exposed the treachery and the disrespect to the lengths that these motherfuckers would go to make sure to shit on the black men, to shit on the image of the black men, to falsely empower, you know, and get this black woman a sense of superiority over the black man, of revolutionary legitimacy over the black man. Now, I'm going to say this. I haven't watched the movie, but I read about it. Of course, you had William Steele. You had the father of Harriet. You had positive black male figures in the movie. But, of course, you see, that's the trickery, or like the Nation of Islam would say, the tricknology of this white devil of Hollywood. You did what I'm saying? That's the trickery. Because even though you have all them positive black male examples in the movie, what's gonna stick out the most? The negative motherfucker. The motherfucker who tried to kill, in the movie, Harriet Tubman, even though we all know this shit is totally scripted, it never happened, it never exists. Harriet Tubman had a lot of black men helping her, aiding and assisting her, not only in Philadelphia in the Underground Railroad, but also with the slaves, with our enslaved ancestors. Among them, you had black men who was helping her and all that. But you see, and then they get this guy a goddamn porno star ass name, a porn actor type name, Bigger Long. Like, what the fuck? You did what I'm saying? What the fuck? And then, as you see here, the white boy who is her owner in the movie, they, from what I hear, even though it was no straight up love interest type shit, love scene, but basically what they were trying to convey is that this white man had some kind of sick lust for Harriet Tubman in the movie, and he was her owner. And then from what I heard, like I said, I haven't watched the movie, but from what I heard, they said that and you know, I did look up multiple sources and everybody saying the same thing, was that Harriet Tubman had the chance to off the man, but she chose not to. You did what I'm saying? So it's one of them things where they kind of like pushing, swirling on the sly. And then another thing, a lot of these black feminist minded motherfuckers, they always, and that's why I be telling these African centered brothers, some of these simp minded ass African centered brothers of mine, I say, look, bro, just because a black woman get up there and talk shit about Becky and talk down on white women and call white women bitches and cunts and all that don't mean a bitch ass thing. Because a lot of these women are in competition with that goddamn white bitch over her punk ass white man. Real talk. They into it with the punk ass white bitch because they want that punk ass white man. And they'll show this shit in their movies. Now, that was a scene, and you know, this shit don't even make sense. Now, I know people was using profanity words in the 1800s. Trust me, I studied history. I studied the writing of the period. I know people did use certain words that we even use today, like fuck, damn, bitch, and all that. But it wasn't as common. So the fact that this man was about to kill Harriet Tubman, the lady, the character who's playing Harriet Tubman, and he said, "You gonna die, bitch. I'm like, what the fuck? Is this some kind of 1970s black exploitation reference, or what the hell going on, man? The shit was so fucking cartoonish and outlandish, man. It did not motherfucking fit the script at all. It did not fit the script at all, man. And that's why, and that just shows you, man, the lengths that these bastards would go to put the black man, make the black man the oppressor and the enemy of the black woman. And then who saved her? The white boy ended up putting one in this motherfucker head before he killed Harriet Tubman. So even in the way the white boy is the villain, he becomes somewhat as an anti-hero. He's a villain with a heroic quality because he kills the big bad black man with the porno star name using blaxploitation references from killing Harriet Tubman. And basically what it's saying, if it wasn't for what he did, Harriet Tubman would not have been able to do inevitably what she did was free a lot of black folks from slavery. Man. But that just shows you the wickedness that these motherfuckers will go to, man. That's why, brothers, we can't depend on these black women to do it. I'm going to just be real with y'all. These sisters ain't going to do it. We see that. We can't depend on simps like Tyler Perry and cuck-ass Spike Lee to do it. And punk-ass, sissy-ass Lee Daniels. Black, all you brothers out there who are into the film editing and directing, you did what I'm saying. We need to get together and put our head together and put something together. You did what I'm saying. But yeah, that shit is fucked up. Even a lot of black feminists, it shocked them. They were like, man, they even talking crazy about it. They didn't even appreciate it. You did what I'm saying? They didn't even appreciate it. But it's some sick shit, man. That's why we gotta produce our own, brothers. Us brothers, man, we gotta start making movies. Us righteous brothers. But yeah, they had to put this in there. And then there was no historical reference for it. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't find, there were black slave catchers, man, but for the most part, that was far few in between. Most slave catchers was white men, and to some degree white women, hell, even Native Americans, because they knew that for the most part, especially back then, if a black man could get a gun and stuff like that, he wasn't gonna be on the white man's team for too long, man. But that shit was wild. But we gonna talk about the director of this, and I'm gonna give y'all, show y'all, man, how these black women, especially in Hollywood, are used to push this propaganda. It's fucked up. Okay, y'all, like I said, we was gonna get into the director of this travesty of Black history film, Harriet. This is Miss Cassie Lemons. For those of you who may not remember, or too young to remember, or you just forgot because she hasn't been relevant in over 2 decades. Oh, well, she did have a little something in 2013. This is a Miss Cassie Lemons. She is the director of one of the most deviant, degenerate films ever made. The most deviant, degenerate films ever made about blacks. And that is Eve's Bayou. Eve's Bayou was some of the most petrified filth that I ever seen. Even as a shorty, and I've seen it since I've been an adult, but even as a shorty, man, when it came out in 97, the shit did not make any sense. Now I know the Creoles in Louisiana have a weird culture and all, but goddamn, man, that shit did not make any sense. But this was during the 90s, man. The 90s and the early 2000s was like the height of black male slander in Hollywood and in mainstream media, period. I mean, and Eve's Bayou was one of those films that came out of there. It was in it was in the vein of how Stella got her groove back, waiting to exhale or waiting for exhale, whichever the title of the movie was. It was in line with all those films, whether they be comedies, whether they be dramas, that was all about shitting on the black man and making the black man look like he was nothing but a philanderer, a womanizer, an abuser, and just someone who was pretty much unstable and undeserved to be the leader of the household, therefore being the leader of the community. And that's why you saw the scene that you all saw in Harriet with the bigger loan guy, doing what he did. That's why you all saw this shit. And they just show you the minds that Hollywood put out there to tell the story of our struggle, and basically to undermine black manhood, black masculinity, and by default black patriarchy. That's why they put a lot of these individuals out here. And that's why I stress, because everybody talking about all this about Harriet, but y'all don't realize, but people ain't realizing that all this is by design to shit on the black men, to say that, hey, black men don't need to be in charge. Black woman, you can be in charge. You the true queen. You're the mother goddess. You don't need these niggas to do a bitch ass thing. And that's why brothers like me, brother JG, with this right wing neo Afrocentrism, and I'm only one in a legion of brothers. I'm not the first to do this. I'm not the last to do this. I'm just the first one who just using this term of right wing neo Afrocentrism to really push this. And that's why I be trying to tell these other brothers who are African centered, who haven't come to the conclusions that I have, that, hey man, we can't be uplifting and depending on black women to do certain things. We as brothers got to do these things, because women are easily co-opted by the system. You did what I'm saying? That's why the so-called conscious community is a mess right now, because it's ran by degenerate criminal simps and degenerate criminal ass females. You did what I'm saying? Who have no respect for structure or order. You did what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this is Casey Lemons. She was the one who chose, or who raised the hand to say she was the one who chose Cynthia Erivo. You did what I'm saying? She's a feminist. And you can tell she's a feminist because she's married and she doesn't even have her husband's last name. So that lets you know that her husband ain't running the bitch ass thing in that household either. She's running the household too. And that's why I'm telling you, brothers, man, y'all gotta be on the watch out. Don't just be falling for these women because they talk their black shit. Because they just a way of them to push their true agenda, which is feminism and undermining black patriarchy. But with that said, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers stay up, stay vigilant. I'm going to keep exposing these. I'm finna come with some more videos. And y'all keep liking and subscribing. Yeah, so I'm on those venues, man. But hey, man, this brother GJ, it's been great. Right-wing neo-Afrocentrist. Stay black, stay vigilant. Black patriarchy today. Black patriarchy forever.